Yo, what's up, Fluffies? Good to see you. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you could make it. We do have the Jeff in the house, the Roger, the PJ, and the Ryan. How you guys doing?
Yo.
Oh, wonderful,
Hello.
wonderful.
Good.
Good to see you guys. And then
Super D
everybody,
duper.
super duper duper doop.
I just wanted to ask really quick, Flats. When is your stream with Tinfoil?
I'm glad you asked because just had a meeting beforehand. It's next Friday.
Nice.
So next
Wow.
Friday, mark your calendars. It is something you don't want to miss. He's going to present something that I think is arguably the best Black Swan there is.
Yes.
It's better than the original Black Swan. It's better than any Black Swan we've had so far.
I know why.
All I'm going to say for that.
Can't wait. I can't wait.
I'm not going to say anything further other than it blows anything out the water.
Fantastic.
Right on.
Fantastic.
Shooting swans. Yep.
Let's see what excuse to come out with
It's
after this one.
insane.
Let's see what mental gymnastics they have to do to try and explain what you're on about next. Yeah, you know what I mean. Once they see it, let's see what the anti-flat earthers have to say. You know, like.
Yeah. But anyway, tonight's going to be an exciting one. So sorry for everybody who voted for the Richard Dawkins Donkey Brain. Big Bang.
Dang it. I voted for Richard.
Me too.
Michael Kahn actually led me on to what the I don't know if you guys know Adam, who was on last night from Here I Am Lord Send Me, his channel.
Yes.
Him and myself was challenged by a guy. His name is Daily Corvid or whatever. And he wants to, debate on gravity. And he's a ball believer that believes, how can we explain things falling without gravity? So fine, I accepted the challenge and message. It's like, dude, come.
I don't see
Putting
the problem.
stipulations like, answer me how and then I will come. So I've answered him, and instead of saying he's
Answer
gonna
me
come,
now and then I'll come. Wow.
yeah, and then he just keeps making more videos. So anyway, he's made like 5 videos since I've asked him just to come. I've given him what he asked for.
I don't see the problem. I don't see why they have to have gravity for that to be a down. I don't.
The thing is, they don't even have it even on their models.
They
So.
don't. They
No.
don't.
The
There
sad
is
thing
no
is,
pull. It's pushing.
the sad thing is, one of the videos he has, he asks ChatGTP.
Ooh. Luca, huh?
Oh, that's who you should definitely ask the questions to.
Well,
Because they know everything.
Earlier, I asked ChatGTP, can men get pregnant? ChatGPT says yes.
Oh, of course.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Really?
And I've heard an explanation for that.
I thought twins was nonfiction. It's fiction.
So I want to know, because ChatGPT says men can get pregnant, which they clearly can't, should you be trusting what ChatGPT says about
Anything?
anything really?
No.
Sure, why not?
we
Why would it lie?
shouldn't.
Why would it lie?
You must remember the information that ChatGPT is based on a database that was fed to it.
Well, of course. It's
Garbage in, garbage out.
So they could have taught ChatGPT that unicorns were pink, purple flying dinosaurs from Mars, and it would realize that there's that because that's what it would be taught.
I heard that ChatGPT is actually Luca's legal guardian.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah. So anyway, David Corvid is the guy. I did invite him again a few times, asking, you know what, we're going to be streaming. I'll just let him know again. We're still streaming. I tagged him in the thing. He should come and debate now because he's asked for this debate. So let's quickly share.
What are we debating exactly, though? Are we debating cosmology or are we debating flat Earth?
Gravity versus. He wants to debate gravity.
Oh, okay, I got you. Gravity.
He doesn't think flat earthers can explain how things fall down without gravity.
Density, buoyancy.
But instead of being a man of honor, because I mean this is a Christian who obviously his whole spiel is to fight against Islam, which is cool.
Okay.
But the fact is, he's now trying to go against flat earthers, and he's too shit scared to stand up for what he believes, because he makes a claim and he asks people to rebut him on this. He
Right?
challenges
Yeah.
him.
Debunk
And then he
my
makes
bull.
and then he makes every excuse not to keep with his word.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Typical. Charlatan.
I don't
Yep.
don't like that, dude. You know how I feel.
Me
I don't
neither.
like
That
that
irritates
either.
me.
So yeah, this is the channel, Daily Corvid. He's still a small channel though. I mean, he's got about 2.39K subscribers, but he doesn't get a lot of
Yeah.
views though. He gets like 31, 21, 58. I think the most I've ever seen is like 100.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, so he's still got a small channel. But
Wow.
this is where it started though. 18 hours ago, Flat Earth. He said take the L on gravity. So we'll start with that video, and you see he's had ever since that 1,
Can't
2,
wait.
3, 4, 5, specifically based on me.
Yeah, you're his new favorite puppet.
Yeah.
Or should I say plaything?
Hopefully Adam can show up because I sent him the link
That's
as well.
6 videos.
It's been kind of quiet lately, but and hopefully this guy will show up. But let's go through his videos, and then I'll show you just how desperate this guy is to make excuses not to show up after he challenges us. You guys ready for this?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
As ready as we're gonna be.
Can this
He does remind me sort of what's that, Andrew from the Deltardian Club? Just to let you guys know, he does have that sort of vibe. Okay.
Yay. That bucket.
Okay.
Bible move of its own accord without me applying any force to it? It just moved there. It moved on its own. It's obviously possessed by the devil or God. Either that or it's a conscious Bible and it can actually preach itself and then go home afterwards. That's what's happening there, isn't it?
What is that? What's
Or
with
maybe
this
not. Maybe
mannerism?
it's an inanimate object which cannot move.
It's him trying to be sounding cocky. It's him thinking he's the intelligent one now. But you're going to see clearly now the guy. I'm not going to say anything further. Let's just go on. Let's see what he has to say. And then hopefully he'll actually show up.
Hope is not a strategy. Wow.
I don't think it's a strategy at all.
Definitely not a strategy, but I mean, it's a good thing. Hope's a good thing, but it's not a strategy.
Because I did tell the guy as well that I would debate him on biblical cosmology as well.
Huh.
So hopefully he bites on something one day. But the thing is, he keeps making excuses not to come in. And dude, I have to let you know, that Pikachu you got in the background there, if you're a Christian, please get rid of it, man.
Yeah. Come on. Well, even the dragon.
It's based on a demon.
Even the dragon.
Pokemon is based on demons, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
Pocket
the
monster.
dragon with the sun. He's got the rising sun there.
You've got a monster in your pocket.
So I'm just
Stop
saying,
when I'm talking.
as a Christian to a Christian, get rid of the Pokemon stuff, man.
Yeah, definitely.
How old
I
are you?
don't want to
again?
get rid of
That's
my
another
Pokemon
question.
stuff, man. That I spent money on that stuff, man.
It's a grown man with Pokemon, dude. That's all it is.
Don't you judge me, motherfucker. Don't you judge me.
Yeah, get rid of him.
It cannot generate its own force of momentum
like
in any direction. It can't go
Never.
anywhere. When it comes to
I wouldn't-
stasis,
I would
rest,
never think
when
of
it
it.
stops in front of a solid object, like this. Now, how do we know it's not going to float up? If I knock the bottom of the table, how do we know it's not going to do this?
Why would it?
How do we know?
Why would
Gee, I wonder how we know that. How do we know that?
It's retarded.
Yes, debatable. The Pokemon is evil, mate.
It's not in physics.
You never know. Look, see, check them out. They're evil. Look, check them out. I got some foil ones too. Pretty cool.
Yeah, but Ryan's special.
I am.
Yes, he is.
Don't you forget that too. Don't you forget it. I'm
Richard
free of this
Dawkins
because
is
see, I
on hold.
prayed that God would protect me from the Pokemon.
He's actually got the UN flag there. I just noticed. You see the bottom of it.
I've got a box set.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if it did, it would go straight back down again. How do we know that accurately? How can we predict that every single time without fail, flawlessly, precisely?
Easy.
Love from
I'm realizing
being-
we've observed this right through reality. In history, have we ever seen... I know he's wrong in this, Adam. Good to see you, by the way, man. I think Adam, he's making excuses. I don't know if you've seen his last 4 or 5 videos he's made in the last few hours. He's trying to mock us and move the goalposts and make every excuse not to debate us there. I know, that's what I said. The Islam stuff is great. I got no issue against the guy. He's just not science at all. I know.
No.
But the sad thing is, his latest video, he's saying, I don't know the first thing about science, which is sad.
Awesome. Well, at least he's
Yet he
honest.
still talks, it talks out his neck. That's what it sounds like.
I'm a professor.
The thing is,
Yeah.
like, I just saw, like, when I was watching one of the video things from earlier, he had that math equation up there. So basically, he thinks math is science, and because you
Yes.
make an equation, it makes it true, and you can make anything equal something if you put your mind to it.
Yeah, you can square the MC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it's very simple. The reason we know that Bible is not going to float in the air is because we've observed it through history not to do so, because it's denser than the air around it. Okay, so the air around it is not able to support it.
It moves away.
Adam, I sent it to you in Discord, mate.
I get a
Otherwise-
feeling when he does
Oh,
show up,
damn.
it's going to be like Veritas guy. He's going to have
Oh,
the
damn.
same kind of rebuttal
Yeah,
to your
The
questions.
stuck-up attitude problem. Yeah.
Yeah, but at least he's a Christian. Veritas isn't, is he?
Well, that's yet to be seen.
That's a good. That's something that's good at least, Roger.
Roll.
Adam, I'm gonna quickly send it to you, mate. In email. I sent an email as well to you, man. There you go, Adam. So yeah, but anyway, while we wait for Adam, let's just carry on with the video. It's very simple. It's sad because, like I said, the guy does have actually his Islam hood is good. Stuff is good. I do enjoy it, but the thing is, he's trying to be very condescending to flat earthers, and he makes a challenge and makes excuses not to keep up to his side of the bargain, which is weird, which I find dishonest.
Yeah, it's called
He's
holier
choosing-
than thou attitude.
Yeah, but it's probably because he knows he doesn't have an argument for rebuttal.
Or he believes that his argument is a rebuttal.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Hey,
right?
Adam, what's up, man?
So, Adam,
I'm
Hey.
good. I'm good, man. I'm
And
good.
it is flat because God said it. I agree.
Hey, God said it. I believe it. That
God
settles
did.
it. Yeah.
Mhm.
I just think it's interesting that people can come to the flat Earth before they find it in the Bible. Like, you don't need the Bible to find it's flat.
Oh no,
You
it doesn't.
need a pair of eyes and to just think. Yeah.
you need a brain too. Just a little bit of brains helps.
Yeah, I think because it's such a big thing to you to change, it's the reason why they've kept it hidden from us. Because if people realize it's flat, it points to God. It led me into the New Age, working out it was flat, and then I found Jesus. So
Mhm.
it
That's
does.
really awesome. I mean, you're doing some awesome stuff, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
I mean, I was sin before being a flat earther, but it just shows how much we delude ourselves. When I read, when I read Genesis when I was a younger Christian sort of thing, and I was into helios, well, not into heliocentrism, but I believed in a globe. I couldn't correlate what it was saying because I knew it was literal, what it was saying in Genesis, to looking like a globe. But I still believed it was a globe, despite what the Bible said, sort of thing. Yeah. So it's hard to think how I was duped by that, because I believed what the Bible said, I believed it was literal, but I couldn't correlate Genesis to being a globe.
Right.
Yep. So the Bible's so literal, it scares people. People don't realize it. And then there's this whole school of Alexandria, all the apostolic churches just come up with absolute nonsense. When you really study what the Bible says and you go into deep science, it's just like, oh my gosh, I never realized how literal all of this stuff was.
Absolutely.
So yeah, God said it, I believe it, that settled it. But I came in with being a flat earther, and I tell you what, when I picked up the Bible, I haven't stopped laughing when I realized all the verses. Oh, he stops the sun. Like, there's just so many of them. It's flat, and you can observe it. So it's so interesting that when you apply the model to the stories, it all makes sense. So and all the other religions have believed this forever. It's only in the last 150 years.
Well, you see, they started pushing their belief back with Aristotle because he looked at the sky and he thought, "Oh, God makes perfect shapes, and a sphere is a perfect shape, so therefore it has to be a sphere." And then looked at a lunar eclipse and said, "Only round objects can do that." And then, from there, it just pushed on. Obviously, they were seen as heretics for millennia. They were seen as heretics for a very long time.
Well, I don't
It's
even
only the last 600, 500, 600
Heretics.
years they actually started pushing it hectic, and the last 100 years, like as in your face kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Well, they got technology now, so they can do that, right?
I can't even find them now, but I spoke to a Christian scientist. I'm going to get him on. It's called Bob Ackers, and he showed me all the quotes of all the famous scientists saying you cannot tell whether all the stars are moving around us or we're moving around the stars. It's one or the other, but they can't do it. You can't tell. There's no way. And these are Einstein. There's so many names. I've got a list of 20 of them of really, really famous like scientists, basically. And their quotes are, there is no way to find out whether it's going round, we're going round it or it's going round us. But then we have the Bible. It tells us. But
Yep. That's what's awesome, though. Because you have relative density disequilibrium. You have the equivalence principle for the globe, okay? But we know where we are if we read the Bible. That's what's awesome to be able to talk to the Christians. You're like, you've already got your set basis on, do you trust what God says? Okay, let's see
I think
what
that's
God
what
says.
it's about.
Then you know where you are.
This is the problem that I get so angry with people, is they will mock you because it's in the general consensus, and other people that are flat earthers won't bring it up because they're bothered about people attacking them. You know what I mean? So I lose respect for people who aren't, I believe this, I believe quantum physics, I believe Gamantra, I believe the earth. The reason I believe it is this. The reason you don't believe it is because you're bothered about what other people think and you haven't looked. So it's just a case of looking. It's so easy to disprove it if it's true, but you find the people that try and disprove it are like, oh, it's flat. So I gave out multiple examples just using your eyes and your hands and your brain, how you can work out the earth is flat just by walking outside. It's really not hard. It's really not hard. And then you have a thing called the Bible. And it puts into question the Bible. It makes you question, oh, is it wrong? Does man really believe that? That's why they've done it. That is why they have made this geocentric, not geocentric, the globe heliocentric globe model. That is the entire reason, to cover God's creation, that you were at the center of it. You didn't come from a big bang from nothing, and you are literally heavens above, hell's below, you're on the earth. Deal with it.
You see, that's what Satan's here.
And why not do as thou will, right?
He has come to pervert God's word. So everything that God makes good, he'll make bad. And everything that God makes bad, he'll make good.
Yeah.
So what is the antithesis of a flat earth? The heliocentric globe.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or an upward rising, or an inside out one.
You're flying around on a rock in space and you're an evolved monkey.
Yeah.
And then you have, because I've debated Catholics and Protestants, they'll come up and then we read the verse and you believe we came from a monkey, but God made man in his image. Is God a monkey?
I guess
so.
Wow.
So it just changes everything. It really solidifies your faith on what you're reading. And once you understand this, and this is what you've been brainwashed with a kid, you can just go, do you know what? I can leave this at home. And I can trust it. After you've done enough tests, you can go, I'll leave this at home and I will stand on the Bible. God says it. I believe it. That settles it. That's it. That's where I am. If there's something that I don't understand, I'm going to take the literal interpretation of it. And that's it. You know, I'm so School of Antioch now that it scares people, but I don't care. That all you've ever done in your life is gone like this. Oh, I know words in the Bible. Cool. Do you know what that means? Have you looked at the reality of it? Do you understand the mechanisms behind it? No. So to read the Bible as a thing, that's great, cool. But to understand the mind of God, to understand His creation, to understand you, science is only explaining God's creation, and you fall more in love with God when
Amen.
you understand
No, for sure.
what it is, and it's the elephant that what is it? The straw that breaks the camel's back. For most people that aren't religious, they go, "What? Oh my gosh, why are they lying to me?"
And this is what I usually like. The argument I love bringing up to, especially the Christians, is like, look at God's character. Which model would you explain describes God's character more?
Exactly.
An enclosed, personal, immovable earth, or a by chance spinning, space violating ball that's just expanding God further and further away from you? Which
Exactly.
one fits his character more?
It makes
You
sense.
feel
It's got to be close and
insignificant.
personal, you know?
Yeah.
Got to be close and personal.
Yeah, it's so easy as well. Just I think the most beautiful one that I worked out the other day was around his throne. It looks like around his throne is likened to to Jasper, and around it, I'm butchering the verse, but it says around his throne is likened to an emerald rainbow, and it's the Northern Lights. It's there. Read your Bible, you can see it. That's
All
like
the yellow brick road.
rainbow.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, there's just more and more and more. And when you die, you go one way up or down. It doesn't matter if you don't believe the earth is flat or not. I couldn't care less. But when you do, you realize the lies. You realize how literal the Bible is. And it stops people from telling you, I'm sorry, I've been talking all day, analogies and, you know, all this kind of wooey. It's poetry. It's not, no, God made it in 7 days. It's flat. That's it. Deal with it.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So it's the final straw for people to kind of realize how much that institutions lie to them and what. Yeah. And if the church is perpetuating it, a lot of pastors don't realize it. I spoke to certain pastors, I don't want to drop names, and they go, "Oh no, I believe it's a ball." I'm like, "Okay, cool," and I just leave it there because I'm not here to argue with them, but I'm just here to say, "Hey, you know, it doesn't even come into a conversation. I just need to focus on the gospel and things that are important." But I think that if you aren't aware of how evil the world is and the reason for this, and you out of pride and trusting in man's opinion don't realize that you can test it yourself, you're doing yourself a disservice. And if you want to mock someone without looking at the other side, it says here as wisdom, don't speak before you've heard the first argument, before you've heard their argument. That is a proverb.
Well, also look at it. A foolish man says in his heart he's wise.
Yeah. And we can be corrected. That's the beautiful thing about everyone on my team, because COVID, Humble Serve, no one believes that the earth is flat in my group. Yeah, but it doesn't stop me from banging on about it. We're not banging on about it. It's just come up recently. But we can change our positions. That's great about our team. So yeah, and if he wants to look,
because even said to COVID, we will be more than happy to chat biblical cosmology with him as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he can ask questions. Like, yeah, I just think he's just stuck in a position, but it really doesn't matter. He's got the gospel.
But yeah, and it's not also. But also
It's
remember,
years of
it's not his
indoctrination.
topic.
Sorry,
it's part of the indoctrination. Yeah, but you also remember this isn't his topic. His topic is fighting Islam. So
no, he's really broad, honestly.
Because most things I've seen with him is against Islam.
He's abroad.
Yeah, he's doing anti-communism. He's now doing the Bible. He's really knows his stuff. Like, I roll with people that are cleverer than me. He really knows his stuff. He's just not looked into this one. Like, I haven't looked into communism. I haven't looked into other things. So, but yeah,
it's not for everybody.
Well, it's
not my cup of tea either.
Yeah. It's for the geeks, bro. It's for the geeks. It's definitely for the geeks.
One thing I want to say right quick, John was saying the same thing. I think that they don't want to take it literally because it's true, and it scares the crap out of them.
Yeah.
People Roger, you have very bad static, mate.
Very bad static.
Okay.
You sound like a robot. Yeah.
Well, I'm not at home anymore.
No, Roger, don't leave.
Well, Roger, you're gonna have to drop, mate. Oof, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, it is what it is. But when I realised what I was in, I knew that there was a God.
Absolutely.
It's undeniable, mate. It's just like, wow, I'm in a book. I'm in the story, and this is there, the heavens above, and God's there, and I'm here, and hell's down there, and the importance of
And it's on
why it's
purpose.
been made. Like we have dominion over everything. You know what I mean? So the importance of who you are, you no longer think you're just a collection of stardust. You're made in the image of God. This
Amen.
is for you, and it's free. So it allowed me to just search for God. It was the beginning of the search for God at 25.
Underground.
Yeah. Right, listen, guys, I've had a really long day, but I'm going to bid you, I can't even talk properly, bid you good night. I'll see you soon. God bless you.
Bless you.
Sure, blessings, man.
Take
And
care.
yeah, if he does decide to chat sometime, it will definitely they'll organize it myself, you, and Corvid for that chat.
You guys had really got on well. He's a genuinely nice guy. Like he's my
Yeah, no, I've got nothing against the guy. I just think he's making a lot of excuses not to come.
yeah, I know that, but yeah, I don't think he knows the character. I think he'll be an assassination thing if he steps up, but it's not. It's just you can ask questions and they'll provide answers. So
Yeah,
if he's listening.
exactly.
Go check.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Adam knows me, dude. I won't just.
Yeah. We're all gang. We're all friends up here. Guys, I'll see you later. God bless you.
Bless you,
Cheers,
man.
Adam. Thanks for coming, man. Blessings.
Absolute pleasure, man. Love.
Cheers. Okay, so you guys ready to go on with his video?
Let's do it. Oh, somebody's just tuned in asking what this is all about. I can't read the name because it looks like it's
I don't know. It's a weird language. I also read
Greek.
that.
It looks like it's Greek or something.
Alpha, I think it's Alpha. Well, anyway, Alpha. This is about this Corvid guy calling myself and Adam out, and other flat earthers actually, but later on, myself and Adam about gravity because he thinks you need gravity for things to fall down. That's practically about it. But yeah, he challenged us for a debate. I took him up on the offer, and he seems to have made excuses not to come. That's the bottom line, actually. So I just thought, it would be fun because he challenged us. Let's go through some of the stuff and then maybe, just explain it to me in better detail.
Oh, yeah. But it's funny that he's got the UN nations up there, but he's got a flat Earth map on it.
Actually, it is funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, on a serious note, the Pikachu thing, that's like I said, something he might have to think of getting rid of, man.
But even like he's got that dragon there. When I was in Christian Rehab Team Challenge back in 2003 to 2005, I had a just a bit like that, just a black and white T-shirt and it had a dragon on it with the sun. I had to take it off because of Chinese luck and all that kind of stuff. They told me I had to take it off. Yeah, because of the dragon thing, mythical creatures and all that. When it's mad because there's not a dragon in the Bible.
Yeah, okay. Let's go on because we've got quite a few videos to go through, so I think we should speed it up a bit.
Because gravity. So, for all of you out there who believe in the flat earth, I'm sure there's many of you, believe in the flat earth if you want, I don't. This Bible here is going to prove to you whether the earth is round.
I just wish you put the music a bit softer though, because you're trying to hear here, man. Music's a bit overbearing.
Or flat, or a flipping banana shape, it doesn't matter. One thing that you cannot dispute, unless you are absolutely insane or you're just not very good at maths, is that objects can generate force of their own. They can't. If I want to throw this object over there, I have to start here, and I have to move it this way, and then I have to let go. See? But when I let go of it, it doesn't keep going this way. It wants to go down. No matter.
Yeah, it's very simple why it goes down. He picked it up, didn't he?
Yes.
If I pick up my phone, I picked it up. Okay? Now the air around it is not able to support it. It's displacing the air around. I'm holding it at this moment. If I have to let it go, what do you think is going to happen? It'll obviously fall down because the air can't support it anymore. It's not hard to understand. Alpha says, grab something, let it drop, gravity proof, debate over. No, that doesn't. The thing is, gravity is not even a force. And by the way, that acceleration that you call is caused by gravity. You guys are actually bottom of the line claiming gravity causes gravity. I would love people to show us any validation for gravity instead of just making a declaration of gravity.
No matter what direction or angle I put on it, it always wants to go down once the energy I have applied to it with my throwing arm is spent. So it hits air resistance and drag. That stops it moving this way.
Yeah, that's why it's used up its momentum, because of friction. Well done. That's why it's not going to just carry on going. Actually has to end up falling down. Why? Because the unbalanced force is greater downwards because the air cannot support it. Remember, if I've got my phone in my hand here, or let's just say at the moment I'm holding it with balance, okay? But if I let it go, there's an unbalanced force because this phone itself has got more force than the resistance towards its inertia because the air cannot support it. So the air around it has less force attributed than what the phone itself attributes to the air. So it displaces the air around it, and because the air can't support it, it has to act on that unbalanced force and therefore accelerates to its next equilibrium.
But once it's stopped moving this way, it doesn't just stop in midair, does it? Because that would be a miracle. I can't produce a miracle like that. So instead of it stopping in midair when it's run out of the energy I give it, it falls down at 0 degrees to the floor where it hits a solid object and it comes to a stop.
Yeah.
Now, how can we predict accurately all of that stuff if we do not have gravity? Because gravity is the reason why when I throw it, it doesn't continue in a straight line forever or hit air resistance and stop and just hang around in the air.
No, gravity is not the reason for that. The globe wants to claim that gravity is part of the reason for it.
The reason why it's slowly, because resistance isn't a force that's equal to the opposite direction. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And so when it's flying through the air, it slowly slows down. And as you're throwing it, no matter what angle, it starts to drop, even still going forward. Right? So he's saying, once it stops going forward, it'll start dropping downward. No, actually, it starts dropping downward way before that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, this is how ballistics works.
So the resistance was equal, it would stop dead, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would stop dead. But it happens as slowly, right? It's just like it's just your static resistance, I guess. And air creates a static resistance to it, essentially, right? I'm not talking about static charge either. I'm talking like a static resistance. Like your air resistance is always the same, right? Unless you have a wind, right? So if you just have dead air, the static resistance is the same.
Yep.
And this is a common misconception about things, is like that that when you throw something, it's like, I think it just kind of boils. Sorry, I just kind of got off track. But it kind of just boils down to potential and kinetic energy, right? And that's the basis of everything, really.
Yeah, and you see, the sad thing is the globe wants to use potential and kinetic energy and claim gravity is the cause for that, when it's not. Gravity has nothing to do with it.
No.
But because they put G in there with an average of 9.8 meters per second, then they claim, you see, gravity. No, you can take that and just call it unicorn farts. It's going to give exactly the same outcome.
Yeah.
The issue we're trying to say is maths doesn't make what you claim it to be reality. You just have a correlation. You see things fall at an average, and you work your math around that average, and you just call that average G. Okay, that's it.
That's the thing, is like they call this that acceleration, but it's not a constant acceleration. That's the thing. That number is considered to be a constant, and what a constant means is it's constantly being applied. And it, if it was a constant acceleration, you would never reach terminal velocity. That would never happen. So that's where I have a problem with gravity per se, because there's always a terminal velocity. You can't go any faster when something is falling. It always reaches a certain speed, and it can't go any faster than that, and that's it. There's no. And when you have something that's constantly accelerating, then that your speed would constantly be speeding up. You'd be constantly going up and up and up and up, and you're not.
No, exactly. Because that's the one thing I think the globe, especially the globies like this guy, has to get on board with is when Einstein came out with his general relativity, his theory of general relativity, it superseded Newton's gravity. Okay? So therefore, you can't claim gravity is a force. If you look at all the physicists and things today, they will tell you straight, no, gravity is not a force, because they understand that Newton's gravity as a force was superseded. It was shown bunk. It was shown it isn't a force which causes mass attracting mass. It's a pseudo force of the space and time around it bending and warping, which causes that unbalance to happen and causes it to accelerate. Now, we're saying there is no such thing as time and space warping, because it's a mathematical thought construct, which is inobservable. But what we do observe is this object in real time physically displacing the medium around it. We can observe this because it won't occupy the same space as the air around it. So something has to give way. If it's in equilibrium, it has enough it's enough in equilibrium to cancel all those forces out, which gives at a net force of 0. That's why if it's, let's say, my arm's a table, it supports it. It is now supporting it because the force of my arm is equal to the force of the phone lying against it. Now notice my arm, or in this case we're claiming the table, is a solid object. Last time I checked, the solid can't pass through a solid. That's not how matter works. Now, if my arm was gone and it's now the air or there's water, the phone would sink because it's a different phase of matter. It's not able to support it. The force and the displacement of this phone is greater than the medium around it. So therefore, it has to give way. It has an unbalanced force and accelerates.
Yep.
This is the reason why you have Archimedes' principle today. This is the reason why you can take a ship that's thousands of tons heavy and it's able to float.
Yeah.
Because it displaces
displacement.
Yeah, it just displaces all the force evenly.
Yeah, because if you crumpled that metal into a ball, it's got to sink. You know what I mean?
And a fun fact for just guys that never heard this before, Archimedes' principle came 1,900 years before Newton postulated gravity. So you can't claim just because we got gravity placed into the equation today, therefore gravity. They built ships and boats and stuff before gravity was even a thing, using Archimedes' principle, because they understood it was just the displacement of the pressure. That's it. Is that explaining it concise enough?
What is inertial mass? It'll be mass that's not moving.
First of all, Jonathan Clark, what is inertial?
There you go.
And what's mass?
There you go.
Okay.
There's a reason why it stops going this way, which is air resistance, the thickness of the air in front of it. You know, the viscosity, if you want to misuse the term. Viscosity is applied to solids or soft solids.
No, viscosity is applied to liquids and gases. not solids. I know because I'm a spray painter. I work with viscosity every day. It will be a bit difficult to throw a solid through a viscosity cup. How it works is you have let me make it in a very simple term. If you have a viscosity cup, for instance, you mixing some water-based paint, you have to time out. You have a cup and it's full to the brim with that paint. You have a hole in the bottom. You have to time how fast that liquid depletes in that cup. So if I let go of the bottom and it drips out, I have to time to figure out what's the viscosity of that liquid, because it had to go out a certain. If it goes out too quick, the viscosity is too thin. If it goes out takes too long, the viscosity is too thick. That's viscosity. You don't do that with solids, mate.
To gases like the air. You probably just use density for a gas like the air. What's the density of the air? So let's say we've got a dense air.
Air, also density on air is based on different densities. So this is why even your atmospheric gradients are based on the ideal gas law. Yes, Globies, meteorologists use the ideal gas law to work out the weather and the pressure gradients. They use ideal gas law. Your atmospheric pressure is based on ideal gas law.
In front of me, when I throw it, it's going to stop quicker, but it's still going to go down towards gravity. And it doesn't matter
It doesn't go down towards gravity. It goes towards its basic equilibrium, relative equilibrium point. Because it's used up the energy. It's got kinetic energy. Remember, when you picked it up, you put potential energy into it. The potential energy is just how much distance you picked it up, how much energy you put into the object.
But even in their model, is that the right way of explaining it? Down towards gravity? No, I didn't think so.
No, that's not saying it's wrong.
No.
They're supposed to claim gravity, which causes it to go down.
Of course.
Yeah.
So let's put it this way. Let's say this is the ground. I'm picking up my phone. If I pick it this up, it's got potential. Okay? If I pick it higher, it's got more potential. Pick it up even higher, more potential. Because the reason of this is, remember, acceleration has a magnitude. So it goes, the higher you up, the more of a chance it has to accelerate faster. So yeah, it has less chance to accelerate than it does up here. And that's why you have potential energy. Go ahead, Roger. Let me just unmute you quickly. See, hopefully your mic's better. Talk, Roger.
Roger. No.
Roger, you wanted to ask a question, mate?
Yeah, you, Roger.
He's struggling a lot with his
Yeah, he's struggling today, isn't he?
tonight. Okay, let's carry on so long while we wait for Roger.
What angle or what power I give it or what angle I'm at, I could be stood on my head, throw it up, throw it down, I could be lying down, frisbee it sideways. Whatever forces I apply to this Bible, when that force is spent, it's going to stop, go down towards zero in a nice, uniform, easily predictable way, because gravity equals 1. That's how we know that.
No, because you guys are claiming gravity equals 1. So, Roger, don't worry about that for now, man. I'll figure something out. But thank you very much. Anyway, so what you're saying, what is mass, guys? According to physics, it's just in resistance to inertia. Yeah, it's how much stuff. It's resistance to inertia. Dramacho Wombat, thank you for being a member. 17 months, man. Really appreciate it. It says, what is RDD, Flats? Relative density disequilibrium, mate. That's what we've been trying to explain now this time.
You know this one,
Even late,
Gematria.
explained, so.
Gematria knows this one. Definitely.
Thanks for coming. Jeff, you have to go. Jeff?
Yeah, I got to take off here. So.
Okay, well, I appreciate you coming in, man.
Yeah, no worries. God bless. Thanks for having me on, and have a good rest of your day.
You too, mate. Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, no
Appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your work.
worries. I will try. All right.
Okay, guys, I stuck the link in now if anybody wants to come and join the panel and have a discussion or a debate or whatever you want. It's clearly up to you guys because you do have people that don't understand. So if you have questions or something, just hit us a super chat or a come in and chat. We'll be more than happy to explain. But I think let's get on to you and see what the guy says. But obviously he's saying something we've heard thousands of times, by the way.
That. So, in conclusion, ladies, gents, Pikachus, and my friend who thinks the world is flat, if you think the world is flat, fine, that's a separate argument. And all the other things you said are different argument. But viscosity does not create momentum.
No.
If you're mixing up a yogurt, are you not changing its viscosity? When you've made it a little bit thicker and you take the spoon out, is it about to move? Is it going to run away from you?
No, I think you're misunderstanding what Adam was saying with viscosity. So if you're making the viscosity of the yogurt thicker, it has more resistance to inertia. It's the same as anybody here try to do PJ, you've obviously done a race before by running.
Yes, absolutely.
Have you tried to do the same in a swimming pool?
Yes, absolutely.
And it's much tougher.
Much tougher. In fact, it's you do that as part of training, football and stuff.
Yeah, it's much tougher because you have more resistance to inertia.
Yeah.
You have more friction.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what Adam was meaning, Corvid. That's exactly what Adam was meaning with the viscosity. I wouldn't use viscosity as the argument, though. That's why I said displacement. But that's what he was meaning because of the friction.
No. You've made it more viscous, but you haven't caused it to move in a particular direction through giving it a viscous property. So, the reason why Bibles go down when you drop them, like this, is not because of their density.
Yes, it is. It is because of their density. Dude, thank you very, very much, PJ, for your £40
PayPal.
towards the PayPal towards the GoFundMe for the camera. I really, really appreciate it, man.
No problem.
That's buy some flowers. To buy flowers or something.
Nice.
Do you like roses or lilies?
Oh, yeah, he likes lilies and roses. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
I really, really appreciate it, man. Yeah,
No
guys,
problem.
I'm trying to get a new camera. This one is a duct tape at the moment to hold it where it is, and it's kind of broken. That's why my light's like really bad. But really appreciate it, man. You rock.
No problem.
Really, really appreciate it.
Thanks, Ryan.
There we go. Kisses from Ryan.
Nice. That's what I always wanted.
Jonathan Clark, you can always come in and discuss it, mate. More than happy to talk about it. Christian as well. If you want to come in, anybody wants to come in, please do. By the way, guys, appreciate everybody's support on this channel. Really appreciate you all. Please hit the likes, share the show. It really does help the algorithm so we can get more people to the subject. So if you don't help with the liking and sharing, how else are we going to get it out to more people? So yeah, appreciate everybody that does that. What does my shirt say? It says, don't fart. Don't fart, don't fart, don't fart. It's getting kind of, I must say this, when I got the shirt, it was kind of loose on me, but now it's getting...
Yeah, your neck looks thicker and everything. You do look like you've been training. Yeah, you do.
Kind of filling up.
You're definitely tuned up.
Yeah, so it's getting there. Well, I've still got about... My goal weight is still 7 kilograms of body mass, muscle to get. Then I'm at my optimum.
Nice.
But I'm getting there.
What, you're trying to get down to a percentage of body fat?
I am now on 17% body fat.
17%, that's really good, man. That's really good.
Mm-hmm. I wanna get about to 13 or 14.
Yeah, definitely. Don't go under 10. That's
that's just crazy.
Too unhealthy. Yeah. I mean, that's what some of the guys in the movies not like now. They're like 6% body fat. Like Sylvester Stallone when he did Rocky.
if you're doing bodybuilding shows or something, I'd say yeah, go to 5-6% for the show.
They're not healthy
But
guys, though.
it's very unhealthy.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course.
If I do get to like 13 or 15%, I'll just main gain around 15%
Yeah,
all the time. You understand? Because it's a healthy habit to just keep it there.
definitely.
I have to say, I'm proud of my wife. She's like lost like 6 kgs
Fair
since
play.
we started this stuff, so she's doing very well.
I dare say she didn't need to. You know what I mean? But fair play.
No, she's very. It motivates me.
Of course, of course.
Okay, let's carry on.
I could remove all these pages and just do it with a cover. Any object does the same. Heavy or not heavy, bit of paper, codeine pills, vape, whatever you choose,
Codeine pills.
they're always going to go down towards gravity. And the reason
Not towards gravity, man.
I know.
Notice that and notice everything you just picked up had density. They were all denser than the air.
Yeah.
Voy, no, 15% body fat.
is because gravity is exerting a force of momentum of 1 on the object in space, which is giving it weight. Weight is the resistance of its mass against it being pulled down towards gravity.
Actually, gravity is not really the cause of weight. We can show this when you stick an object in a vacuum. Because the weight of an object changes when you stick something in a vacuum and it gets heavier.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to change according to gravity because it's already got its weight.
And if you don't have that gravity in your calculation, that means when you throw an object, no matter what object you're throwing or what medium you're throwing it through or how viscous the goop that you've thrown it into is, unless that goop is flipping solid concrete and then the object has hit 2 solid walls and is not going to move, if it's got freedom of movement, it's eventually going to lose all its momentum and it's going to carry.
Thank you very much, Jeff Conkle, for also donating to the GoFundMe. I really appreciate it, man. You rock. Wow, you guys are awesome.
Bless you, man.
Get that
Nice
camera in no time. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome.
Nice one,
man.
Roger.
Thank you, Jeff. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you, PJ. You guys are awesome.
No problem.
Where were we? Oh, yeah.
On going down, and it's going to accelerate down until it hits the ground. So that's the proof of gravity. But without it, what have you got?
That's not the proof of gravity. That's you making a declaration of what you claim gravity to be. So if he was here to discuss this, I would ask him based on this. Can you please show me any scientific hypothesis and experiment and validation for the claim you just made about gravity? Yeah. So, okay, I think he's practically just going to say this all the time. I think let's quickly just go to his other videos so we can go and see what else. Otherwise, we won't get through them all. Guys agree with that?
Absolutely, bro. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the next one that he brought out after that. This is when he called me out. Flatzoid debate challenge. And this is like actually the first one I watched. So it's interesting. Yeah, he was very busy today, guys.
Back, ladies, gents, and Pikachus. I wanted to add a little bit to yesterday's video about the momentum.
One thing I didn't realize, he's calling people Pikachus. So that Pikachu is actually his way of familiarizing with his audience. So I don't think he'll be getting rid of Pikachu anytime soon.
No, he's not going to get rid of Pikachu.
But yeah, on a very serious note, Corvid, look into the origins of Pokemon. and you'll see it has
Demonic. It's demonic.
demon origins. It's linked to demons and stuff. So maybe look into yourself for that, because I know you're a Christian and everything, just like us, and it would be a disservice if I didn't tell you that. Yeah, it's evil, mate.
I mean, people are into anime corn nowadays. You know what I mean?
As a child, I was into Pokemon as well. I was big into Pokemon. I mean, my favorite Pokemon was Squirtle and Charizard.
No, never been into any kind of anime. There was one cartoon when I was younger that was dubbed into
Dragon Ball
English.
Z.
No. I'm too old for Dragon Ball Z.
I used to love Dragon Ball Z as well.
But what was it again? Battle of the Planets. Battle of the Planets, but it was a Japanese kind of anime 80s. But it was dubbed into English. So it was called, and it was a cartoon.
You know what is cool? Battlefield. What's Biker Mice from Mars? That was also.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And then when they still had the Transformers, but they were still the animals.
Yeah. Oh
Remember
yeah, the Dinobots and that. Yeah.
Yeah, the Dinobots and stuff. That was really cool.
I had the Dinobot. My first Transformer was I can't remember his name, but he was a Decepticon though. He turned into a grasshopper. It meant the grasshopper. That was his name, Grasshopper. Good man. But I'm saying people nowadays are they're watching anime like corn. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. Weird.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Weird. Hey Sergio.
What's up, man?
Of things in opposition of I was offered to a debate. My friend said to me, come and debate me on this channel called Flatzoid, and I thought, you've already proven to me that you know nothing about science. What am I debating with you?
What?
So here's my answer to that. When you take an object like this Bible and you let go of it from your hand, so at the moment it has no propulsion, right? It has no engine, it has no rocket boosters, no wings, it doesn't have legs. It's a book. It cannot generate movement on its own.
No, you picked it up.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, did he dispense energy when he picked it up?
Yeah, exactly. It almost sounds like he's going to go into a Dell rant. I know he's not, but it's very similar. Very similar. What he's saying.
Stargate SG-1, Vara. Yes, that was awesome.
Hey, Stargate.
Stargate.
The first movie and Stargate SG-1 was good, but the Stargates after that, rubbish.
And
do you remember Sequest DSV?
And it makes me think of Jag. Remember Jag as well?
Oh yeah.
Jag.
Hey guys,
I enjoy Jag. What's up, Jam? What's up, man? Good to see you.
I'm doing great. It's a pleasure to be around with you here tonight.
Good to see
You
you.
rock, man. Norman, yeah, like we're saying, I think Corvid has a bit of cognitive dissonance, and that's why he's like seeming to mock. You know what I mean? But I don't think he's trying to.
Hi,
I think
PJ.
it's coming condescending because of his cognitive dissonance. You know what I mean? Because he's trying to be confident in his argument. But yeah, like I said, because we are Christians and he's a Christian kind of thing. I do think this guy is genuine. So I'm not gonna try and badmouth him or anything. Although I don't agree with how he is presenting this, and I do find it dishonest what he is doing, because the guy did. You'll see now in the video. He will make a declaration, a statement, and ask us to do something. Then he'll come debate. And then I give him that answer that he asked for. And then he ignores it, saying, no, we're not giving him the answer. So I will say that is dishonest, though.
I mean, if you drop the book into some kind of smoke, you would see sort of how displacement would work, wouldn't you? It would kind of give you a demonstration.
Yeah, the smoke will, billow like around it like this. Exactly.
So how is it moving down when I let go of it like this? What's causing that down? When it starts accelerating down and then stops, what is the force that is causing it to accelerate down? Where is that energy coming from? Tell me that, make a video like I asked you to, then I will debate you and Flatzoid on that video that you make.
Okay. Cool. You're picking it up. You departed, put potential energy into this phone. The phone didn't pick itself up. It had to pick it up, had to get picked up. So I've put energy into it. It is now potential from its last relative equilibrium point.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that means if I let it go, it's going to use that energy up, which is called kinetic energy. I burnt calories. I physically did work to pick it up. So it's keeping with the laws of thermodynamics. It transfers energy to the movement of this phone, which also keeps with the laws of thermodynamics. That's why when I let it go, it's got potential to do work now. So as soon as I let it go, it's using that potential to do work, and it's used up the kinetic energy again. So it gets back to its relative equilibrium point. There we go. What was the force mechanism behind it? I put energy into it. It is now displacing the air around it. The air cannot support it, so therefore it has an unbalanced force, and therefore it has to accelerate. Simple.
Yep.
Because I guarantee you, the way that you explain this, this moving itself down is not going to be accurate, because you're saying it's not gravity. You're saying there is some other reason why that does that.
Yeah.
And it's not gravity. And I want to know, because I explained to you exactly in scientific terms, and I demonstrated it to you. I gave you an example where you can do this yourself and observe it, so you can demonstrate gravity to yourself. I gave you that video. I was polite about it. And at the end of that video, I gave you the challenge. I said, if you think you can describe this without gravity, please do.
Obviously, he was talking about Adam there, because I wasn't in the picture yet, but
No.
but I just did explain it to him in very simple terms.
Make a video like I did, saying, right, forces of momentum.
Well, what is the issue he's got here though? Because remember, F equals ma. Okay, you require a force for mass to accelerate. Is gravity a force?
No.
No. Gravity.
No. So
doesn't.
how is he able to claim the force of gravity causing it to accelerate?
Yeah, because he said there's got to be a force doing that. Yeah. And you can't.
So he's sitting in the boat that he's trying to push on flat Earth.
Hi,
You
Roger.
understand? Yeah, Roger can't talk at the moment. I don't know. He's having issues
Oh, okay.
being able to talk.
Okay.
But yeah, he's got a big issue because he wants to push. You require a force for it to accelerate, but he doesn't have a force himself.
Of
Where we
course.
are able to explain the force based on the displacement. It has an unbalanced force because of the displacement. That's it.
Yeah, Flatzoid, I see it like that. You need some energy to push it up. So you just put the energy in it and it goes up. No?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I really hope you would come up and just have a discussion. It'll be so much easier.
When I throw this, it's going to go that way with the exact motion that I...
That is it, Norman. Exactly. The G in his calculation stands for acceleration, not gravity.
Okay.
But they claim it's the cause. That's why I keep telling them, okay, you guys are claiming gravity causes gravity. Because that's actually at the end of it, they claim gravity causes gravity.
give it with the energy of my throwing arm, then it's going to come to a stop. When it comes to a stop and the energy of me throwing it that way is gone, then it's going to have only one way to travel. Down. And that's gravity.
That's gravity. Okay, Casper. You know who Casper is? Is that misinformation agent?
Oh, yes, I think so.
Sorry, dude. You know you're not welcome here. So
No.
let's get on.
So, I will debate you and Flatzoid and anyone. I'll debate anyone on this whole planet for as long as you like.
What planet?
But I'm not going to debate you on nonsense. I will debate you on something you make a claim for, a valid claim with evidence, so that I can test it myself, like I just did to you.
Yeah, you just
So
tested
he's
exactly
believing
what we said.
on gravity, Flatzoid.
But he just
believes-
tested it. Yeah, but he just tested exactly what we said, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
You've just got a different explanation for it. That's it. You don't need to test anything else. It's the same demonstration you could do. It's just a different explanation, the proper explanation.
It's insane. Jeff, you rock, man.
My claim is gravity causes this to drop when I let go of it.
By the way, Norman, I'd love to debate the guy. I did invite him numerous times. I'll show you the comments through his videos as we go along now as well, because I was really hoping he would show up.
Yeah.
But nah, he just keeps making more videos about me and stuff instead of coming.
Okay. And Flatzoid, is he a glober or
Yeah, he's a glober.
he's a glober? Okay.
Yeah, he's a glober, yeah.
Because it's an inanimate object, a Bible. It has no legs, no rocket boosters, no method of propulsion. It cannot generate energy. It has
It generates energy as soon as you pick it up and throw it. I'm sure if you have to throw that book against someone's head, they can feel it.
Yeah.
That means it has energy. And by the way, what's the vector of me throwing the phone towards the screen and it knocks the screen and breaks the screen? This phone had energy when I did that. Why? Because I imparted the energy into the phone.
Hey, do one, Caspar. Go away.
Well, the only one wrong misinformation agent is you, man. Anyway, let's carry on.
has no energy for momentum, unless gravity causes it to have. So that's what my question to you is. If you make that video, I will debate you for as long as you want, on any channel you want. You can bring as many friends as you want. I'll just turn up on my own. How does that work? How does this non-energetic, non-conscious, inanimate object gather energy to move in this direction?
Easy. You picked it up. We've explained this many times now. So it's quite crazy. But anyway, he's going to say that the whole time. He's just saying, come and I'll debate you. Okay, fine. So this is what I say. Hey, man, I'm up for it. You're available tonight? And I said, by the way, I have made multiple videos and streams on this exact argument. I hope you will come for a chat, mate. It will be much easier to explain the ins and outs to you. You know what I found with this, guys? He didn't answer me back on this at all. Instead, he answered this guy that led the comment after me. Also led a comment after me. After me. All these comments are after me. He hasn't replied to me on here. You know, the guy he called out on this channel, on his video. But he listens to everybody else. Why is that?
Exactly. Caspar, what's so dishonest? There's no claims being made. Just a different explanation for the demonstration. So where's the dishonesty, you numpty? Just go away. Idiot.
Okay, so there we go. And then I actually commented on here because he says, dude, I appreciate all you do. But if you want to debate someone about flat earth, I'll give you a biblical education. He says, I really don't. I was just making the point that gravity is there. And we know because we have this equation. An equation doesn't make reality. And part of the equation is R, which is a radius, mate. Yeah, which is the radius distance around the Earth. Is why they have to deny gravity, because an accurate calculation of its force actually proves the Earth is round. This whole statement alone is false. He doesn't understand that your radius is a calculation, not a measurement. Force, you can't apply force to a gravity because gravity is not a force. None of this proves anything. He's just making a declaration. He's making a claim, a positive claim, that he has yet to be able to show definitive validation for it scientifically, other than just make declarations about it. He said he made the claim, not me. He said gravity isn't real, and therefore he must accurately replace it for physics to still work, which he failed to do and left. I said it, and I said I will debate you. Notice, guys, he did make a claim because he just said gravity's real, so that's a claim.
Yeah.
Also, no one has to replace gravity because gravity is not a thing. You don't need to replace something just
No.
because you show it false.
That's it. I mean, you can just prove it false. You don't have to replace it. That's what they expect, though. If you
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of idiotic to say just because someone shows your belief wrong that they need to now replace your belief. That's not how it works.
No, it's density and what called buoyancy. Yes, I'm right.
Yeah. Relative
Flatzoid,
density
yes,
per kilogram.
yes.
Mm-hmm. And then I commented back, just under there. Biblical cosmology debate is always a good one as well. Always happy to debate that too. You seem like a cool guy. I think we can have a fruitful discussion. I think that's a nice comment, guys. Correct?
Definitely.
Look at his response to me. I don't think there is any fruit to be gained until one of you can answer that question. Where is the energy coming from that moves objects in free space down towards the Earth when no propulsion is applied elsewhere? In 15 years of asking, I have yet to hear a single flat earther answer me this simple question.
15 years.
15 years. Yeah. Then I just replied, simple, been explained many times, and I'm happy to go through it in detail with you. Displacement is the key here. So will you keep your end and come for a debate or chat? He says, explain it then if it's so simple. Displacement requires gravity. No, it doesn't. Why does displacement require gravity, guys?
I have no idea why it would.
No, displacement doesn't require gravity. Because it relies upon the movement of particles in order to have them displace the other particles. There's so much wrong with what he just said.
Oh, wow.
What you say still requires gravity for the energy to move the particles. I will keep my end when you and Adam keeps his. Notice I told him. He asked, and I gave him the answer, correct? So I kept my end.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get to his other videos. So that was his first one towards me. This is the one after that. Like I said, he's been very busy.
Welcome back, ladies, gents, and Pikachus. It's going to be a long day. I have been questioned by another flat earther, and the original flat earther have come back to me, and they're talking about this debate, but they've sidestepped both the things I said.
Did I sidestep anything there?
No.
I answered him.
Absolutely. Completely.
I even told him I've made multiple streams on this. I've debated this. I've made multiple videos on this. So, and then I told him the main key here is just displacement. So I've given what he needs, what he wants to do, what he talks about. So all he had to do is keep his end of the bargain and say, yeah, okay, let's chat about this. Exactly, Derek. There we go. He's trapped himself in the bargaining phase of denial, where Flats has indeed answered him several times. However, he just refuses to listen.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's circular. He's coming back to the same reasoning every time.
Mm-hmm.
I was the one that asked the original question, which they have not answered.
I said displacement.
Let's get my question answered first, and then we will debate the answer you give. That's what the debate's going to be. I'm not going to come and debate Flat Earth. I am not a flat
Nobody said anything about Flat Earth. Did I say anything about Flat Earth or anybody else?
No.
No. We were talking about gravity and relative density, Ziegler. We're talking about displacement. No one said anything about Flat Earth at all.
Earther. I'm not going to debate Flat Earth with you. That would be very silly. What I will debate with you is how falling works without gravity. Because we know This
No,
pen
without gravity.
doesn't have any energy in it. It can't propel itself
It
in
does
any
have.
direction.
It's called potential energy.
Okay, so a
Physics
falling
101.
falling object.
Yeah. You see,
Yeah,
if I pick
falling
this peg,
downwards.
see, Jam, as soon as I pick this peg up, it what's called potential energy. It has the potential to move, to accelerate. Okay? When I let it go, it turns into what we call kinetic energy because it's using that energy, that potential. See, it used it. It accelerated.
Yeah.
So it's
of
using that energy that I stored. I pick it up. I'm putting energy into it. I let it go. It's using that energy.
Yeah, and it's
Potential and kinetic.
yeah, and that's also different how how much it weighs, no? Right? It accelerates faster when it weighs more, no? When it's heavier.
It reaches equilibrium, exactly.
It's an inanimate object. Inanimate means cannot move. So if it's an inanimate object, which we know that it is, when I let go of it, how is it picking up speed? To fall.
Easy.
If you want to say gravity doesn't exist, you have to account for, in maths and science, the energy that this pen was using to move from here to here.
Yeah.
But you're not allowed to use gravity because you're saying it's not gravity that's causing it.
Well, you can't claim gravity as a force either, mate, because you claiming the force is what's causing it. You claiming gravity causes gravity. But like we said before, gravity is not a force. It hasn't been a force for 109 years already. So you are sitting in the pickle because you're the one claiming the force of gravity causes the things. Where we're saying, hang on, there's no force attributed by an outside sentient gravity pull, because that's actually what gravity is. Even Newton said he finds it an absurdity because it's absurd to think a mass can just attract a mass for some magical sentient reason. Have they ever given a reason why mass attracts mass based on Newtonian force, gravity? No. This is why Newton came along and saying, hang on, let me explain it to you why this attraction happens. And then out of that said, there is no force. It's just the object displacing the air around it. In other words, in simple terms, it's warping the air, warping the space and time around it to make it appear to follow a curved path. Understand? So it's appearing to make it accelerate towards the object. It's not actually accelerating. This is where Dell's upward rising Earth comes into it. The phone falling is not actually accelerating to the ground. It's the ground accelerating up towards the phone. And this is why we say Dell's upward rising Earth is globatoric. So yeah, again, you first have to claim that gravity is a force, which it isn't. You then have to show us that gravity can be a force, even though it's shown not to be a force. And then you can come and show us any scientific validation for your claims. While we, on the other hand, are able to show scientifically that displacement will always cause this object to displace the air around it and therefore accelerate due to an unbalanced force. We got the physics behind us. We don't have the pseudoscience behind us. We got physics.
But Flatzoid, you don't believe the uprising flat Earth?
No, definitely not.
Me too,
yeah. Oh, wow. No.
Yeah, the upward rising flat Earth is globatoric, guys.
Yeah, and it had also it must all the time accelerate faster, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. If they want to claim a constant,
then
it wouldn't work, because it's the same as, let's say you climb in a car and you're driving.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
If you're constant, you can do what you want. There's going to be
it's the same like
you need acceleration to push you against the
Sure.
seat.
Sure.
Now, if your Earth is rising at a constant, you can't claim the reason for your pressure gradients or anything because you need it to have that force causing it that way. So it has to be constantly accelerating. So where is the Earth accelerating into? How fast
Yeah.
is the Earth
Yeah.
accelerating? By now, you should be magnitudes faster than the speed of
Yeah.
light.
Magnitude. Yeah. Yeah. Speed of light.
There's so much wrong with it. It's insane.
I don't like that.
No, exactly. And what put it into motion? You know what I mean? It's just stupid. What did God put it into motion? Get round in front of it and is forever running away from it? You know, it's
Yeah.
stupid.
He's close behind us.
Mhm.
So, I'll ask you again. Please answer the question I asked you before, which is this. How is an inanimate object in free space?
Is it just Mosey repeating himself over and over?
He said in
He
free.
does the same thing a few times.
Okay, let's go to the next. What's the name? There. Already answered you. It's displacement. So now stop running, man. He says, please link the video showing the actual answer because I have not seen you answer it. As I told you, your answer still uses gravity, but you said gravity does not exist. Gravity influences displacement by applying a force on objects, causing them to move.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, again, I have done actual debates on the subject, multiple live streams and videos. You asked what causes it, and I answered. Now your turn is to keep your side. It seems you're running. Please show this is wrong and show up later. Cheers. We'll await you. We all await you. I think that's quite clear, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you get the normal trolls in. Oh, when are you going to put those 11 frames back? Oh, they've always been there. Anyway, then this guy comes. You do not understand basic science, Mr. Flatzoid's perspective.
That. No doubt.
So he's insulting me, correct?
Yep.
He doesn't even know me from a bar of soap, by the way, but he wants to claim this. I do not debate people who cannot grasp basic things because it is a waste of time and generates no answers. You're welcome to make a video for me to respond to, like the original deal. But I know you won't because it would be savaged to death by hundreds of people as well as by me.
What a claim.
Yeah, exactly. Then I said, come and talk science with me and we will see who knows science. I'm starting my stream in a few minutes. Show up, man. He says, you demonstrated that you don't accept the basic principles of science, and therefore you would not agree with me in anything. I might say because I do accept these basic principles, for instance, you seem to think that displacement creates momentum without gravity being applied. That is just straight up breaking the laws of physics. I cannot debate someone who makes physics into an artwork they can repaint at will. That is not science, man. That is called pseudoscience. He didn't even spell pseudoscience correct, by the way.
No.
I am not interested in that, which I am not interested in flat earth stuff. Did I bring up flat earth, guys?
No.
I see it as pseudoscientific trickery, which he misspelled again. So it's not a spelling mistake. That's how he spells it. There is no substance to any of the claims it adherents make. And they're manipulative and rude to boot. I am not interested in that. Sorry, who's the one being rude and manipulative?
No. I can't see you being rude out.
Have I been rude to the guy?
No.
Have I manipulated him in any way?
No, you've given him another explanation for his demonstration. You know what I mean? He just doesn't want to accept the answer. He doesn't like the answer, sorry. He doesn't like the answer. That's why he's... If you said something else, if you totally lied and said what you wanted to hear, you'll come and debate it.
Yeah.
Silly.
Maybe
You're not
he's
going to do that.
just
You're not going to
said
do that.
that he's a globy, you know.
So yeah, I find it really odd. Okay, and then guys, please hit the likes, share the show, please, if you haven't already, because I see there's only 25 likes, man.
Okay.
And we got 50 people in right now, so the math doesn't add up. 53 people in. Come on, we can do this.
Nice.
Thank you. Okay, let's carry on. So I said, you don't even know me, mate, which is clear. He says, I didn't suggest to ever have known you. Yes, you did. His previous statement just claimed he does know me. Show me I don't know science or anything, correct?
Aye.
So he's claiming to know me. I am responding to how you have spoken to me personally. Really? I wasn't rude. I
No.
haven't been condescending to the guy. The guy tries to insult me constantly, though, making excuses not to come talk.
Well, Norman actually says, Norman Cross says, Adam is wrong about this guy. He's very dishonest and suspicious. Yeah, not by his video, but by his comments, definitely, he sounds a little dishonest.
Like I said, he's unfortunately his behavior at this going is showing his dishonesty.
Mhm.
That's it. That's the thing which is sad. But you guys do it. But look what PJ says. Smash the show and like the shares. Yeah, guys, please do it.
Definitely, man.
Anyway, let's read on. And there is no surprise to me after having 15 years of experience dealing with other much more experienced flat earther guys. I'm sorry, I have to disagree. I would say I'm one of the more experienced flat earther guys that you're going to meet.
I think so. Hence why I've been here for nearly 2 years now on the live. I mean, even before I was an avid watcher of your videos when I was on Brandon's and that.
And the funny thing is, I've never heard of this guy for 15 years, so it's odd how he's like.
I doubt it's 15 years, to be honest. I mean, yes, people had a flat Earth before 10 years ago, but it only came into the media big time in 2015ish.
No, it's okay. There were definitely flat earthers and they're talking about it then. It just wasn't really.
Definitely.
But the thing is, him clumping me in with whatever he's had in his past and trying to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, but the guy doesn't know me from a bar of soap. He's literally contradicted his own statement. He says, I don't suggest to ever known you, and now he's claiming what I know and I don't know.
Well, how you doing, man?
Yeah. Hey, Dislord, what's up, man? So there's a reason why a lot of people on the low side are fearful to debate me. It's because of, I actually do get around. I do research on this thing. It's not like I'm just, free willy-nilly. I actually take this thing seriously. Oh. Hey, Vicky, what's up? How you doing?
Oh, yeah, I just come in to tell them to hit the likes. If I can do it with one arm, then they can do it.
Hi, Vicky.
How's the cask feeling?
Oh, it's so itchy.
she's got a fly swatter. It's the only thing she can use with the long handle. Scratching there because she doesn't want to use something wooden. She'll get a splinter. So she's got a plastic fly swatter, the handle.
But yeah, it is what it is. I've got the hospital Tuesday, so hopefully I'll find out whether they'll operate or not.
Operate to do what?
Because there's a chip of bone left.
Oh, you mean to take the chip out? Yeah. Might need taken out.
So I don't know, but it'll be what it is. But yeah, everyone please hit the likes and share the show.
Absolutely.
Please do. It really, really does help, by the way, guys. It really, really does.
Well, I'm leaving now. I am watching.
Well, thank you for coming.
That's all right. Bye.
There we go. It's gone up to 50 likes. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, everybody that just hit the likes. You guys rock.
Nice.
Okay. So there we go. The entire scene is a scam. So now he's saying Flat Earth is a scam, guys. Remember, he's bringing Flat Earth into this the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't once said anything about Flat Earth. I just said, let's discuss, what you claimed. That's it. I haven't been rude to the guy. So it's really odd that he's doing this. He said, if it wasn't one of you, would have proven it by now, and you would have just shot me the link to your video that answers it like they originally asked for. But no, you want the opposite way. Try to manipulate me through trickery into a totally different debate and avoid the question entirely. So I'm sorry, but this is an outright lie.
That's not right. No, it's not right. I mean, that's some kind of weird projection.
Yeah. It's sad to say that's a lie. Mm-hmm. We just read through the comments. We read through what I said. Not a good look, Daily Colvert. Sorry to say, but not a good look, man.
No.
And he says it's very obvious why you would have done that. And why would I have done what? I've been very transparent. I've shown everything, explained it. For reference, the original questions was demonstrated to me on a video where you are getting your momentum force from, if not, from resistance to gravity. The same one I have been asking for 15 years and still have never one decent attempt to answer it in my inbox. Because you all know you are unable to answer this, it's patently dishonest. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Adam, but I'm starting to think this guy's not as honest as he's trying to let out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, by them comments, they weren't very honest.
Mm-hmm. And then this was the one after that. Theory 1, displacement. So this is his replacement to displacement. So notice, guys, he claimed I never gave him an answer. Then why is he doing a video on my answer?
Yeah.
There you go.
And this is also from a Globy.
Yeah.
This video, okay.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Roger Ledwell, thank you for your $2 super chat. He says, Vicky, you rock, even with a broken wing.
Yeah.
Thank you for the super chat, Roger. Really appreciate the support, man. You are awesome. And everybody that's here, you rock. Okay, so let's watch his video. And by the way, theory 1, it's displacement. Displacement's not a theory, it's physics.
Yeah, it's just what happens.
Yeah, it's what is observed in
When
physics.
I'm getting my hand, it's a displacement.
Yeah. Let me put it this way. If I observe this phone to fall because displacement, that's not a theory.
No.
That's observed physics. It's physics put into practice.
It must be because the air has to make place for the falling object.
Yeah.
You can use Schlieren optics, and when you see the phone drops, you'll see the air around it displaced. You'll physically see the air around it displaced.
Yeah.
Theory number 1 is displacement. Flatzoid perspective claims that the force causing free-moving objects to fall down is in fact not gravity. He says it's actually displacement that's causing that. So let's have a look into displacement to see how it works in order to know if it is true or false that...
Okay, so I'm going to point again. I thought he said that I never made an argument. I didn't give him an answer.
He did.
So what's he doing on screen now?
Refuting your argument. Excuse me.
So much sense.
Mm-hmm.
Displacement works without gravity. I asked ChatGPT, how does...
Ask ChatGPT. I asked ChatGPT earlier, can men get pregnant? And it said yes.
Yeah, well, it's wrong then. It's wrong.
Is ChatGPT your source to get information on if things are true or not? ChatGPT also says there's such thing as black holes. ChatGPT also said that evolution is a thing. This guy probably doesn't believe in evolution, does he?
I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so.
No. So it's kind of weird. Ask ChatGPT, how does displacement work? This should be interesting. Let's see.
Does displacement work?
Okay.
ChatGPT told me. Gravity affects displacement in order to cause objects to move. I then asked, can displacement work without gravity?
Notice he's not actually showing ChatGPT on screen now.
No.
This is his own type.
Typed it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know you don't need displacement in the vertical? You can have displacement in the horizontal too. Then that would mean no gravity in the argument. Let's do this for instance. You know when they take a balloon and a helium balloon and it's tethered to the ground of a van and the other one's hanging on the roof and then they accelerate the car and the one balloon goes forward and the other one goes back.
Yep.
That's displacement without your beloved gravity, mate.
Yeah, no up or downs there.
But just for interesting sake, let's see what ChatGPT says, guys.
Yeah.
How does displacement work? Ooh, how did I spell that? Okay. Displacement is the key concept in physics and engineering that describes the change in position of an object. Here's a breakdown of how it works. Definition: displacement is a vector quantity, which means it has both magnitude and direction. It represents the short, straight line distance from an object's initial position to its final position and includes direction. Is there gravity in that? No.
No, there's no need for gravity.
Yeah. Vector nature, unlike distance, which is scalar quantity and only measures how much ground has been covered, displacement measures the direct path between 2 points. For instance, if you walk in a circle and end up where you started, your displacement is 0, even though you have traveled a considerable distance. Calculation to find displacement. You subtract the initial position vector from the final position vector. Mathematically, if r is the initial position, vector r2 will be the final position vector, then displacement d is given by. Where's gravity there, guys?
Can't see it.
Huh. So in summary, displacement is a measure of how far out of your way you've gone from your starting point, taking the account of straight line path between your start and end position. So, caught out lying again, mate.
Starting to think that gravity doesn't exist, you know. Kind of mad. Why can't they see it, huh?
So we just caught him out lying again, because that's not what ChatGPT just told us.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I agree, Jeff. I don't really like ChatGPT, but I just had to bring it up just to make a
No,
point.
I also don't like it. They shouldn't have make it public, you know, for everybody.
But they did it on purpose that way because
Mm,
they need
of
to
course.
make it normal, especially when they want to push transhumanism. That's why you got
Yeah.
Neuralink being pushed on people
Mm.
so as normal, because they need hosts. The
Yeah,
demons need
sure,
hosts, guys, and
sure.
ChatGPT is just one
What
of those
what
gateways to
trained
make it
them? Yeah.
normalized. Yeah.
No, AI is really a big thing. Yeah.
But yeah, it's very simple, guys. The guy is showing dishonesty left, right, and center. Sorry, Adam. I didn't want to, call the guy out for dishonesty, but he's showing it true and true the whole time. So I would expect an apology from this guy, actually, because he is kind of trying to do character assassination against me for based on falsehoods. You know what I mean? It's not right.
no, of course not.
So, but let's carry on.
Gravity. And ChatGPT confirmed that this is not the case by saying no, only where propulsive forces are applied elsewhere. And then it gave the example of
Okay, so can displacement work without gravity? He says no, only where propulsion forces are applied somewhere elsewhere. So that's a yes, not a no. Just
Well,
like I explained with the car accelerating,
Mhm.
that was an applied force elsewhere, not gravity.
Absolutely.
So I'm sorry, but I'm been begging to say this the whole time. Corvid is projecting his ignorance of physics onto me.
Right.
The guy doesn't, he thinks he knows some physics, but he doesn't actually know.
Yeah, probably not, man.
He will get triggered, but I think that's the reason why he's running from me. But I mean, he has his long stream with his video. So Corvid, you watching this, obviously, hopefully. Go ahead. You've got your video now that you claim you wanted so badly. Here's your whole stream on me showing you how I disagree with what you said, showing you contradict yourself constantly, how you lied a few times, and now showing you don't understand physics as great as you claim to, and claim I don't understand physics. I'm more than happy to debate any subject, science, displacement, gravity, or biblical cosmology, flat earth, it doesn't matter. Remember, I never brought it up. You brought it up, mate.
We don't believe in gravity.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no need for it.
So he can definitely come and debate me on any subject, and he would
Hmm.
very clearly see I'm not just some any ordinary flat earther that just jumped into this yesterday. I've been around for a few years. I've debated quite a few people. I can hold my own. Oh, by the way, it seems I have a debate set for next Saturday. Is it next Saturday or Sunday? I'll let you guys know further. With against Peter Markley,
Ooh.
someone else. And yeah,
What's wrong, PJ?
Oh,
yeah. They asked me they need someone, so I'm with Mercedes. Remember that Mercedes girl?
okay. Is
It'll
it
be me and her versus Peter Markley and another guy. I can't remember the guy's name.
on Modern Day Debate?
Yeah, but it'll be at 6 o'clock Central African time.
Well,
Should be fine.
you usually try streaming it and it doesn't work. Do you want me to stream it that night?
No, I should be able to get it right
You
now.
should be able to stream it. Yeah.
I should be able to.
All right, cool. But yeah, looking forward to that, but not looking forward to listening to Peter Markley. But
Well, that's the reason I said yes, because I saw his name.
yeah, exactly. I get it. I want to see, but and you just know what he's got to be like. But
Because it's gonna be funny. He's probably gonna bring up robothanism again.
of course he is. He's going to call you a robothanist, guaranteed.
So yeah, it's gonna be fun. I mean, people have been asking me when am I gonna debate again. So guys, I'm doing this for you guys. The people that keep asking, please debate again, because yeah, I don't really want to debate that much anymore because I've been there, done that. But hey, if it's for the people that want it, I do have an audience to please.
Sure.
And I've always wanted to team up with Mercedes, by the way, because I think she does an awesome job.
Oh yeah, of course. I've never actually seen you team up with a woman yet. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, Peter is a vile creep, dude. He is. He believes man over the Bible, guaranteed. To me, I don't think I question his salvation, to be honest.
I do pray for him, guys. I do pray for him.
Absolutely. I mean, I got triggered. Me and Vicky made a video on him and of what he did. His refusal to flat. So what he was saying about flats. Even Vicky got triggered. It is funny.
So yeah, there's going to be a debate. It's going to be great and fun. So we're going to have a nice long stream because it's going to be the debate, and then afterwards it'll be my normal stream. So it will probably be an after show.
Cool.
Which I think will be great.
Cool.
Yeah, guys, keep your calendars ready for that.
Yeah, looking forward to that. I really want to see him cry.
Let me see exactly when.
I want to see Peter Markley.
When the email said modern day debates. There we go. It will be the September the 21st, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Blitz and Peter Markley against Mercedes and myself. I don't know who Dr. Blitz is.
Okay.
What's up, Discord? What's up, Roger?
Hey
guys.
Can you guys hear me now? Am I better?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Can't hear you,
Nice.
Roger. Can't hear you at all.
Oh yeah.
No.
Is he talking?
Oh, I'm talking.
I don't think he is. I can't hear him.
We got to get a definition for robothanism. We got to write it down and make a
Who
full
said something?
definition.
Well, I'm gonna ask him to show me in the dictionary where it shows robothanism.
Exactly.
I want to see that too.
Exactly. I mean, maybe in 10 years it might be. You know what it's like. You know?
And then I'm gonna then I've got a word that I made up myself as well that I'll present to him, and say,
Nice.
do you think it's fair of me to use that word that doesn't exist in the dictionary as a definition to lump you into it?
That's a good idea.
Not a Dr. Blitz, more like it. But okay. Discord, have you been hearing what's been going on?
No, only the last 5 minutes. Or,
Like I said earlier.
not more than 5. I
Okay,
had
let's
to
carry
go.
on.
Yeah.
Let's carry on quickly because there's still quite a bit to go through.
Rocket fuel or human hands, applying forces to make things move in a vacuum of space. And that is the only way that you can develop movement without gravity, by having fuel burning it to push it away, or having an
Why is
external...
he bringing vacuum of space into this? Did we say anything about vacuum of space or
No.
anything? You remember he asked me, what is the reason for things accelerating to the ground? Displacement.
Mm.
There we go. He just literally debunked himself because it says only where repulsive force is applied. So elsewhere. So I picked it up. The object is not able to be supported by the medium around it. It has an unbalanced force because it's denser than the medium. Therefore, it accelerates due to an unbalanced force. Therefore, it has a force attributed, an unbalanced force. Gravity is not a force, so you can't use gravity as your argument. But now he's going into space and vacuums, and he lied on ChatGPT's behalf as well.
Force such as a hand push the object. And of course, when you're within the atmosphere of Earth, those two things will be affected by gravity anyway. So we know theory 1, displacement is a replacement for gravity, is false.
Never claim displacement as a replacement for gravity. Gravity is not real. I don't need to replace something that's never been proven to be true.
Exactly. You're not replacing anything because there was nothing to replace.
Well, I've got another question for him. Can he disprove that this phone is displacing the air around it? Can he disprove that? I think that's a better question, because based on physics, it does displace it. Just like I pick up the peg, it displaces the air around it.
It must.
It has to.
It has to.
Hey, Flats, you need a trigger weight that you can push a button and drop it every time.
Unless the air's phasing through it, and I don't think that's happening.
Okay, let's see if it goes on.
Flatzoid perspective claim that force causing free moving objects to fall is not gravity because its displacement is 100% proven false. ChatGPT has confirmed this, and I know this to be true. So, there is only one way that you can create...
Sorry, has he proven anything, guys?
I know this to be true. ChatGPT has proven this. You're telling me an AI proved it, and you know it to be true.
Yeah. But anyway, look at this.
Proved your point there. No more arguments. He's done your.
But look how nice that was, guys. Great. Wow. So you arrive for the debate now. This is your reply. If you answer the question, we will have something to debate, as per the original agreement. But you have far failed to answer it. He's literally made a video on my answer.
Exactly.
Then I just said, dude, why are you running? I already answered you. If you want a detailed explanation, then come. Oh, and ChatGPT says many false things, by the way. Not the source of truth. He says, you said displacement. I made a video proving why that is wrong and makes no sense. Who's running? Looks like you are. And the guy wants to know why I'm calling him dishonest.
Yep.
And then, I didn't even watch this one because there's another one.
Michael got ChatGPT to go back on its answer as well. So it's not very, you know what I mean?
It's crazy. Well, I don't think we need to go on with these videos. We've made the point. It was my restream.
Doing anything.
Yeah. Let's see what the votes are. We got 88 votes, guys. Are gravity or RDD? 39% say gravity, 35% say RDD, and none of them 26%. Woo. But thanks for voting, guys. Thank you for hitting the likes. Only got 31 likes, but 60 people watching. So please.
Let's hit it.
Hit those likes, man. Please. It really, really does help, guys. I don't think it costs too much just to hit the like, does it?
No, of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Same as it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And if you don't like it, you can always unsubscribe later. You know what I mean? That's what I always say. But,
and I think you guys should go to the guy's channel and press him on debating me and Adam.
It's a good idea. It's a good idea.
I'll probably be able to debate this guy with my eyes closed and my ears closed and everything, because it doesn't seem like there's much of an opponent to debate on. He seems to me like he's just got into the subject, so I don't really trust that he's been debating this 15 years, to be honest. Because the knowledge he has seems to be like someone who has just got into the flat earth stuff.
Yeah.
So I gave
And
you
like
some.
like Adam said, he doesn't think he's looked into it. You know.
Well, he said 15 years, so I don't know. I
Well,
want to see.
I know that's it. You know, Adam says he hasn't really looked into it, and then he's saying 15 years. So what is it? You know?
I don't know. Based on what I've been seeing tonight and today, I can't really trust the guy.
No, not from them comments. Not by the videos. Yeah, they were. I mean, he just kept repeating himself.
And it's sad because you want to give the guy benefit of the doubt, like I did with my comments.
Of course.
But seeing how it's been playing out, the guy's just showing dishonesty.
I just like how he's got a UN flag and all. It's cool. But,
I agree, Derek. If he's been in that for 15 years, he's been ignoring the topic for 15 years.
that's it. That's it.
I've never heard of the guy before on debating, so I wouldn't know. I've only seen some of his videos with on Islam, but that's about it. That's where I sort of. But with this other stuff, all of a sudden, flat Earth is weird.
Roger.
Hey, I was going to say I've been in the topic since I think around 2004, 2003, and I wasn't debating, but I've never heard of him either. I have no idea who this person is.
Yeah, you heard of it quite early, didn't you? I remember you telling me that. In me, it was 2014, 2015, I'd say.
I've always had my suspicions about it because I doubted everything I was taught, basically. So I started looking for myself.
Well,
And
let me look at it. About says his channel is only 4 years old now. 22nd September 2020.
Oh, he's really new to the subject, yeah. Obviously. He's
got
lying
an
about it if
official
he's saying
website.
otherwise. Yeah.
Got an official website.
Nice. I got more GoFundMe, I think. Nice.
Norman's not backwards and coming forwards about him. Norman says he's a bullshit. Dishonest bullshit.
I'm whipping.
Yeah, most of the things I'm seeing on there is everything got to do with he's got social media stuff, Islamic stuff, communist censorship, as it says, tougher than addiction, the normal stuff. But I don't see any flat Earth stuff. Castles and fairy tales.
So who's your
Yeah, I don't see anything. His first thing is even, I don't know. It's really weird. It's got scripture, wisdom, technical politics, and Wikipedia and all posts, but he doesn't have anything on flat Earth. So I don't know where he's getting 15 years of flat Earth from.
I mean, for most of us, it's been about 10 years, I'd say. Between 10 years and lower, 10 years for me, definitely 10 years.
Oh, shame. QNF is now calling me a confused fluff or troll.
That's coming from someone
because we talk about biblical cosmology, guys.
That's because he doesn't know what he is himself. I haven't got a clue what he is. I don't think he knows what he is. Flat Earth or global, you know what I mean? Upward rising Earth.
The guy, I know what QNF is.
That's right.
He's what you would call an idiot.
Yeah.
That's the nice way of putting it. Because the guy doesn't even know himself where he lives.
Don't get me wrong, he can be funny, but at the same time, he's an absolute ass.
Yeah, but that funniness stops at a stage. You know what I mean?
It does.
Him and Jake the asshole are literally just trolls.
I remember.
There's other ways to put it. They're like glorified trolls in this community. That's it.
Before I started doing lives and videos, probably when I had about 30 subscribers or something, I had a couple of fishing videos on there, didn't I? I was about 4 fishing videos or something. And he actually came on my channel because he knew I was on yours in the panel and left and he added me saying, "Oh, no flat Earth videos. Here's one for you." And he gave me and linked me and all that, and it was about you, obviously. The one he did against you, idiot.
And QE just one day just started attacking me. He was like all for. He was like shop with me, and one day all of a sudden I see, now he's attacking me for some reason, just because I said the sun goes away, just like the Bible says it does.
It does. It goes away, comes back again.
It's circuit. Yeah.
and becomes
So
bigger.
now I'm a religitard, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, of course.
Where he believes that we live in a simulation, but
Yeah.
I'm the one that's retarded.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
No, it's really flat Earth. It's really great for the
Was that a soft
creation.
blow on the Discord right there?
No, we forgot you.
It kind of was, wasn't it?
Nah, no, because you're not settled on that, though, are you, Disc? You're not completely
I'm not
settled.
settled for. I'm not totally settled on anything. I keep it open, but I do lean mostly towards some kind of simulation. But I do believe it's created by our own in a higher, some
Yeah,
kind
but
of.
Yeah.
but this Lord, can I ask you? Do you believe the sun is just a simulation that is everybody has their own simulated sun?
Whoa.
I am still kind of thinking on that because there's a lot of weird stuff not making sense with the sun being
I'm
here
sorry
and
to
at
tell you,
your
man.
home at
You
the
need
same
to get
place.
off your medication.
But you and me, we live such different places, and we have the same hours a day and all that. It is so sometimes I
Uh,
do wonder, it's a bit weird. The sun
no,
goes
but
up
the
and down at
time
the
of
same
day
time.
is based on Greenwich time. It's a reference time they gave for everything.
Greenwich Mean Time, which
Uh-huh.
I'm on Greenwich
Jeff
Mean
Hunt says, do a show on
Yeah,
belief, lads. Many are confused between facts and beliefs. I agree with that. We should.
yeah.
So, anyway, closing
But no,
statements, guys.
yeah. Last thing, I know I don't think that we all have different suns. I think we just see the same sun from different
from your own
places
perspective. Yeah,
in a
I
way we
agree.
can't explain.
yeah,
I
yeah.
agree, this one.
I
That's
Yeah.
agree
the
with
same
that as
what
well.
we think.
Well, it's true. Well, like you stand at like one, you look at the sun out the window and just stand a meter apart from someone else, and you look at the
What
sun
is
and point where it's at. They're going to be pointing in a different direction. You know what I mean? So yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. But yeah, no, it was he just didn't want to accept your answer. He didn't like your answer, hence why he said you haven't answered it. It was you
And then
didn't.
he does a video on it and says,
Exactly.
I didn't answer.
You gave a different thing for a different way of working out the problem than he did. Do you know what I mean? He didn't like it, so he didn't like it as an answer. So you haven't answered it. I think that's dishonest.
Oh, there's another super chat. Thank you, Roger. I didn't see that, man. He says $2 super chat. Vicky, you rock, even with the break. Well, you already read that.
Yeah, he did do that
Thank
one.
you. Give me the super chat again. Yeah, because I'm reading up here and say I didn't read the super chat. I was like,
Yes. Oh, my closing statement: everybody should have grandkids.
I'm going it.
look at this. Gimacho wonder. One time I super chatted, shut up, Neil, on QE's channel, and Neil got hurt, feeling it was.
Wow.
I'll give him a couple of jabs like that too.
You can't be a bit touchy, Neil. I love Neil, but I don't think he likes me anymore. But I still like him.
Well, Neil just started hating me because of Paula. For some reason.
Me too.
And unfortunately, that's shown me the side of Neil that I don't like. He doesn't have a backbone. He can't stand up for himself.
I mean, he was okay to be here for about 2 months. He was here constantly for about 2 months.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, the next day, he's just
Yeah.
bad mouthing behind my back, stabbing behind my back, making shit up. So
And even when
I
he came
don't
on,
associate with them anymore. So what can I say?
that's it. And he came on trying to get us to try to make peace and that, but because we were sticking to the truth and saying yes, she did lie. I'm not saying she's a prolific liar, but she did lie. He didn't like that. Well, he didn't
But
like.
yeah, we don't need to talk about them anymore, though.
No, of
You know,
course.
I mean, we're not here to badmouth them like they do to
No.
us. We just go on with life.
Of course.
Hey,
It's unfortunate.
Flats,
Yeah.
I saw you over on QE's in the chat.
Oh,
That was
yes,
yesterday, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I was there for
I
about
did-
5 minutes.
Yeah, I watched part of that. It wasn't that good of a show, to be honest with you. QE's done better. You know, he does have a tendency to like cuss people. That's
Yeah,
Yes, he
that's
does.
Kiwi thing.
Yeah.
Yes, he
I
did.
haven't popped into there in a while, and I thought, oh, it's live. Let me just check what's going on, and then I saw. I was like, okay, but I had to go anyway because Tuesdays are my nights off and stuff. So,
Sorry about that.
But yeah. Anyway, PJ, show tomorrow.
Yes, 8 a.m. GMT. It's a Nick Jones one. It's what's it called again? Let me just. Oh, it's something. He's He's got. I can't remember. 2 secs. Let me just quickly look.
Okay, on your
Hold
live
on.
stream.
Yeah, I've got the link. I just put the link in there. I can quickly go to it that way. Up to you.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, it's called. This is exactly how the Antichrist spirit speaks. It's a Nick Jones video. So yeah, he's obviously. I haven't done a Nick Jones for a little while, so I thought I'd do one of them. And someone has already been in my chat. A Martin Kent. He's not got a spanner, so I don't know him. Stoking the paranoia machine is fun for the entire family. Nice. So yeah, tomorrow.
So yeah, guys, make sure to hop into PJ's stream tomorrow morning. He streams, I think, at 8 UK.
Yeah, 8 a.m. GMT. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm at
We'll
work.
be
So.
there, PJ.
Okay, man. No problems.
And then Jam, what do you have to say, man?
No, I just said to PJ that I would be on.
No, but have you got a closing statement about the video? Anything like that?
Oh, it was nothing new, you know. I knew this uh, uh, topic about the displacement of the Earth and of the air, and there's no gravity needed.
But yeah, to me, it's a simple. It's not a replacement, but it's simple. RDD is very simple. When it's demonstrated, it's simple. You know.
Yeah, it did a great job of Flatzoid.
Exactly. Dislord.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I didn't hear much, but you know, what I heard was not much. So that's all I can say.
By the way, did you guys see FTF World? Joe, he debated FTFE last night, and they said it was very, very bad. I haven't watched it, but it was so bad that FTFE had to apologize for his behavior afterwards.
Really?
Yeah.
What's an asshole? He's just an asshole. I'm sorry.
So yeah, it's weird. So Roger, you have any closing statements?
Gravity does make sense, does it now?
Hey, Marathon Mode, good to see you, man. If you ever want to debate Gravity, it would be an honor to have you on and debate you. But if you want to learn more of what we spoke about tonight, go and watch the stream from the beginning, and you'll see just how Gravity is actually wrong. Because we can go into more detail, but we didn't really have time tonight. But it makes the argument. Roger, man, anything? Brilliant, Roger. I love that closing statement. You rock, man.
Always. He always does the good ones.
Yeah.
This was the best one, Roger.
We got another person, Alex, popping in now as we're saying bye. Hello, Alex. How are you?
Hey, you all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man. How's it going?
So I'm doing pretty good. I've got one question for you though, real quick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, to my understanding, you're saying that things fall down because they're more dense than the air, and therefore they displace it as they fall. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, I've seen videos on YouTube of things falling in a vacuum chamber. So, if there's no air or no medium that the object is displacing, how are they still falling down?
Hold on, I think Flat just crashed out. Are you still there, Flat?
Yes. Hello?
No, Flatzoid I'm talking about. No, Flatzoid's gone. Oh, there he is. He's back.
Yeah, I'm back. Okay, sorry. I lost connection for some reason.
Yeah,
sorry, Alex, say again.
Say that again, Alex. He's gone. You didn't hear any of that, Alex.
Yeah, I heard nothing. I just heard you got a question for me, and then it zoned out there.
So if objects, or to my understanding, objects fall down because they are more dense than the air, and therefore they displace it as they fall down. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So why do things still fall down in a vacuum chamber? There's no air, there's no medium for them to react against, for them to displace down.
Well, actually, that's the reason why it shows true, because the manipulated variable is the medium. Remember, when things have less friction, it's easier to go through. So when you're taking the air out in the vacuum, there is no resistance. You've got less resistance. So why would you expect it to stay in the air?
Yeah, but sorry.
you're saying that that an object, a book, a phone, is more dense than the air, so it falls down through the air.
Yeah,
Or
because the air can't support it. Remember, if you take that same air away that might support it, it has less.
No, I just wanna ask what is the behavior of material in the vacuum? It falls down or it stays on the button or what, or you know how it works in a vacuum?
I'm sorry?
Which material inside something? Is it all falling down on the floor or in a vacuum?
Assuming that there is gravity, right, just for argument's sake, it makes sense why things fall down in a vacuum because gravity is pulling all things towards the center of the earth.
So everything falls down.
But you see, that's the reason, Alex. The thing is, when you take it into a vacuum, what's the independent variable that you're manipulating when you stick something in a vacuum?
Medium.
There is no variable.
There is. You're using a vacuum. Your manipulated independent variable was the vacuum, the medium.
Yeah.
You're evacuating the medium.
Yeah.
But you're saying that it's reacting to the medium, which there is no longer in a vacuum.
Yeah.
That's
Remember, if the medium is dense and it's able to support it, then it can, quote unquote, be supported to hold it up. But if you've taken this medium away, there's nothing to support it. So it's going to displace nothing around it. You took the medium, the only thing that can support it, away.
I'm not quite following. I'm being honest here.
It's okay. Let's take a ping pong ball, and you stick in water. It floats in water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now let's take the water away. Is it going to float in water?
Yeah.
No, you've taken the water away.
It would
can't
sink
float.
in the.
Yeah, exactly. Same
Yeah.
thing.
Because you've taken the water away, the only thing that can support it.
And a vacuum, I mean, a vacuum's man-made anyway, isn't it? So it's never truly a full vacuum, is it? There's still some kind of air there. So
no,
you're just
right.
manipulating the medium.
You're right, Peter.
I don't know, Alex. Also, if you were here earlier when we spoke about when you take a scale and you have something on a scale, it weighs a certain amount of weight. When you put in a vacuum chamber and you release the medium, okay, that object becomes heavier.
Oh, okay. That's what I was asking. And all objects are falling down. Yes, Flatzoid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it seeks equilibrium.
Sorry.
Remember, when I pick my phone up, I'm picking it up from the ground. I've picked it up. I've put potential energy into it. So there's air all around you. It can't support it. As soon as the only thing supporting it is me holding it. As soon as I let it go, it has to displace the air around it, and therefore it has to drop to its relative equilibrium point. Because it's losing energy and placing
I'll
its
try and find an object getting heavier in a vacuum chamber. So I'm not positive that that would happen because of how relatively equal air density is in one given location.
But we can show you demonstrations. We've actually shown it many times that if you have an object in that even vacuum on a scale, as soon as you evacuate the medium, it gets heavier. And if you guys are claiming gravity is the cause for weight, this shouldn't happen. It should just stay where it is.
I would like to see one of those videos that
Okay. Okay, I can quickly get it for you.
We do have them.
I'm going to quickly get you one.
Could we perhaps continue this tomorrow? Because I'm driving home. I just got off work.
100%. Yeah. We can do that tomorrow. Will you pop in tomorrow, Ed?
Are you shooting
you
tomorrow, or it's only because it's at 8 Greenwich Mean Time, correct?
Yeah, I start at 9 Central African time every time. Tomorrow night we're doing Big Bang and Richard Dawkins, but I'll be happy to set aside a few minutes to show you and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. Okay, man. Thanks for coming, by the way.
Bless you,
Yeah,
man.
of course.
Bless you, man. RX, all good.
Cheers,
See you
man. Cheers. That was cool.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Flatzoid.
I gotta go. Unfortunately, guys. Appreciate you all. Thank you for coming. But yeah, tomorrow night, the nice one. Richard, the Donkey Brain Dawkins. And the
Flatzoid,
Big
you
Bang.
have the time for the video shortly.
Sorry?
Do you shortly have the time maybe for this one video what you like to show?
Oh, from Action Lab.
Yeah, from
Action Lab.
Axel, yeah.
Yeah. I've shown it on videos as well and
Okay.
different things. But
Yeah,
yeah.
You'll show it tomorrow. You'll show it tomorrow.
But I'll show it tomorrow. Yeah.
You'll show it tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, tomorrow night, make
Okay.
sure you come. It's going to be great. We're going to be having some Donkey Brain Dawkins on and this Big Bang Belief. And we'll obviously show some of this for Alex. Thank you all for coming. If you haven't already, hit the likes, share the show. It really, really does help. I appreciate everybody. You guys rock. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Sharing, guys.
Night, everybody.